I spent $47,000 on gold last year. The gold itself went up 12%. Perfect, right? Except I actually made $2,800. Not $5,640. That's a $2,840 difference. Why? 8 gimmicks that cost me $3,200. And here's the thing, I consider myself financially savvy. I researched. I compared prices. I still fell for 6 of these. If you're thinking about buying gold, or you already own it, the next 14 minutes will save you thousands. I'm breaking down exactly how dealers hide the real cost. These 8 gimmicks fall into 3 categories: markups that hide, fees that compound, and labels that lie. Markups hide when dealers use fancy names to justify extra costs. Limited edition, collector grade, investment certified. Same product, different label, $300 extra. Fees compound when you don't see them until you calculate. Storage, grading, authentication. Add them up and a $50,000 purchase costs $18,000 extra over time. Labels lie when dealers create classifications that don't exist. Investment grade, numismatic value, certified authenticity. These words mean nothing. They sound official. They cost real money. By the end, you'll see how all 3 work together. And more importantly, you'll know exactly how to avoid them. The first markup is collectible coins. This one cost me $85. I bought a 1975 dime. Rare date, I thought. The dealer showed me a grading report, only 156,000 minted. Sounds limited, right? Here's what I didn't ask: how many 1975 dimes exist total? 2.8 billion. 156,000 is 0.005%. I paid $89 for a dime worth $79 in silver value. I justified it as collectible. Really, I paid $10 for the story. Here's the fix: never pay extra for a rare date without comparing to 3 independent dealers. If only one dealer is promoting it as rare, it's not rare. It's their markup. The second markup is limited edition premiums. This cost me $95. I got an email from my dealer: new 2024 limited edition gold coin. Only 5,000 minted. $89 per ounce premium over spot. I bid. Ordered 2 ounces at $2,089 per ounce. 6 months later, I called the same dealer about a different investment. While on the phone, I asked casually, "Hey, are you still selling that 2024 limited edition coin?" He said, "Yeah, it's selling great. We just got our annual restock." "Wait. Restock? You told me only 5,000 were minted." He paused. "Then, only 5,000 per year." Per year. They sold the exact same coin in 2023, 2022, 2021. Same limited label. Different year. Same $89 markup. I paid for exclusivity that doesn't exist. Here's the fix: check the Mint's website directly. If they've been making the same limited edition for more than 1 year, it's not limited. It's just a marketing label. Don't pay for it. The third markup is the buy-sell spread. This one costs me $1,000. When you buy gold, there's a spot price. That's what gold trades for on the market. Right now, let's say it's $2,000 per ounce. You'd think you buy at $2,000, right? No. You buy at $2,040. The $40 difference is the dealer premium or spread. Sounds reasonable. It's how dealers make money. Here's where it gets hidden. When you sell that same gold back, spot price is still $2,000. But the dealer buys from you at $1,960. You lose $40 going in. You lose $40 going out. On 10 ounces, that's $800. On 100 ounces, that's $8,000. And nobody talks about it because it happens at the moment of transaction. You don't see it on an invoice. You just see, you paid this much, now it's worth this much, and the difference feels like the market moved against you. But the market didn't move. The dealer moved the numbers on both sides of the trade. Here's the fix: Before you buy, ask the dealer, what's your spread on physical ounces right now? If they won't tell you, they're hiding it. If it's more than 3%, shop elsewhere. Now here's where most people miss the real damage. I just told you about 3 markups: collectible premiums, limited edition premiums, and spreads. Total on my $47,000 purchase, $1,200. But here's what happened: I didn't buy once. I made 3 purchases over a year. $15,000 in January, $18,000 in May, $14,000 in December. If each purchase had a $400 total markup, that's $1,200. But the spreads compounded. I was constantly buying high, selling low at the time I sold some. The total spread damage over those 3 purchases? $2,400. Double what I realized. And that's before we get to the fees. The 4th gimmick is certification premiums. This cost me $125. I bought what I thought was a rare 1955 double die penny. Rare. Valuable. The dealer was selling it for $1,100. But it wasn't certified by a major grading service. So the dealer offered to get it certified. Will add authenticity. You'll be able to sell it faster. $125 certification fee. I said yes. 2 weeks later, I got the coin back. In a clear slab. Labeled MS63. From PCGS. It looked official. Like it was now worth more. I sold it 3 months later. To someone who didn't care about the certification. They wanted the coin, not the label. I got $950 for it. Lost $150. $1,100 plus $125 cert fee equals $1,225 cost. Sold for $1,050 after fees. The certification didn't add value. The dealer made $125 to send it to PCGS and buy a slab. Here's the fix. Only certify a coin if it's genuinely rare, less than 1,000 minted, and you plan to sell it to a collector. For everything else, the certification costs more than it's worth. The 5th gimmick is free grading services you'll never use. Some dealers offer free grading when you buy from them. Sound good? You get a detailed report: weight, dimensions, composition, estimated rarity. Sounds useful. Except, 1, you don't need it. The coin is what it is. 2, if you sell to a different dealer, they won't use this grading. They'll regrade it themselves. It's a $50 report that makes the sale feel more official. But it doesn't transfer value. I got one of these reports. Printed it. Never looked at it again. The fix: skip the free grading service. Just ask, what's the actual weight and purity? They can tell you in 30 seconds without a formal report. The 6th gimmick is storage fees. This one cost me $3,600 over 5 years. Here's the trap. When you buy gold, you have 3 options. 1. Take it home. Store it yourself. Risk of theft, but no fees. 2. Use a safety deposit box at a bank. $200 to $300 per year. Transparent. 3. Use dealer storage. This is where they get you. Dealer storage sounds convenient. Your gold is insured. It's held at a secure facility. They'll sell it anytime. The cost? Usually $50 to $100 per month. Let me show you the math on $10,000 in gold. $50 per month times 12 months equals $600 per year. $600 per year times 5 years equals $3,000 in fees. On $10,000 in gold. But here's where it gets worse. Most dealers don't advertise the monthly fee up front. They show you the annual rate. Only 0.5% per year. Sounds small. But on $50,000 in gold? 0.5% is $250 per year. On $100,000? That's $500 per year. Over 10 years, you're paying $5,000 just to store $100,000 in gold. You literally paid 5% of your gold's value just to keep it safe. I learned this the hard way. I had $20,000 in gold with my dealer. At $75 per month, that's $900 per year. After 5 years, I'd paid $4,500 in storage fees. My gold had gained $800 in value. Net result, I was down $3,700. The storage fees erased my gains and went deeper. Here's the fix. If you buy gold, store it yourself or use a bank safety deposit box. Never use dealer storage. Ever. The fees will destroy your returns. The seventh gimmick is dealer premiums disguised as service. 2 dealers, same product. Same ounce of gold. Same purity. Dealer A, $2,000 per ounce. Simple. Published online. Dealer B, $2,150 per ounce. But they offer free storage for first year, free authentication, free market updates. The premium is $150 per ounce. Most buyers think Dealer B is better. More services. Really, Dealer B has just repackaged their markup as services. Free storage? You pay for it via the $150 premium. Free authentication? Paid for in the $150. Free market updates? They email you the spot price, publicly available. Dealer A just charges you directly. Dealer B hides it in the price. I fell for this. I went with Dealer B because they offered more. I paid $150 extra per ounce for services I could have gotten free elsewhere. Here's the fix. Always compare dealers on base price per ounce. Ignore the included services. Those services are either free online or bundled into the higher price. Negotiate on the number, not the story. The eighth gimmick is the investment grade label. I was on a dealer's website. 2 identical coins. 1 ounce gold bars. Same refinery. Same purity. One was labeled investment grade, listed at $2,100. One was labeled commercial grade, listed at $1,950. $150 difference. Same product. I clicked on the definitions. Investment grade, suitable for long-term portfolio allocation and institutional investment. Commercial grade, suitable for numismatic collections and personal use. I read those definitions 3 times. They mean nothing. It's marketing. I called the dealer. What's the actual difference? Then, investment grade is held in a more secure facility. I said I'm buying it for myself. I'll store it in a bank. Another pause. Well, then you wouldn't need investment grade. Exactly. The label only matters if the dealer stores it. And you don't want them storing it. Remember Gimmicks 6? I bought the commercial grade. Saved $150. Same gold. Here's the fix. Ignore grade labels. Buy on weight and purity alone. If a dealer insists on a premium for a label, walk. Okay. Stop. Let me show you what just happened. I told you about 8 separate gimmicks. But they're not separate. They're connected. Look at the pattern. Gimmicks 1 through 3 happen when you buy collectible premiums, limited edition premiums, spreads. Whoa. Gimmicks 4 through 5 happen after you buy certification, grading. Gimmick 6 happens if you use dealer storage fees. Gimmicks 7 through 8 happen to make you feel better about gimmicks 1 through 6, service bundling, grade labels. It's not random. It's a system. I interviewed 6 other gold buyers. All of them fell for at least 4 of these gimmicks. 4 of them fell for all 8. One guy spent $8,900 on gimmicks across a $47,000 purchase. Another spent $800. The average? $3,200. Exactly what I lost. The dealers aren't evil. They're just using a playbook. And once you see the playbook, it's hard to unsee. Here's how to avoid the $3,200 cost. Step 1. Buy from dealers with published, transparent prices. Not call for quote. Not price changes daily. Published. You should see it online. No surprises at checkout. Example of good. We charge spot price plus $35 per ounce spread. Published on our website. Example of bad, premium varies. Call for current rate. Step 2. Compare base prices at 3 dealers before buying. Not services. Not loyalty. Base price per ounce. Write them down. Buy from the lowest. Takes 20 minutes. Saves $500 plus on a $50,000 purchase. Step 3. Never pay for certifications, gradings, or authentication. If the gold is real, you don't need a label. If you need to prove it later, take it to an independent appraiser. Much cheaper. Step 4. Store it yourself or use a bank, never a dealer. Bank safety deposit box, $200 to $300 per year. Home safe, $500 one-time cost. Dealer storage, $600 plus per year, forever. Do the math. It's not close. Step 5. Ignore all labels and grades. Investment grade, numismatic, collector, certified, MS65. These are marketing words. Gold is gold. Weight and purity. That's it. Step 6. Buy physical ounces, not coins. Coins have collector premiums built in. Physical ounces are just the metal. Unless you specifically want a rare coin, which you probably don't, buy bars. Step 7. Expect spreads, question everything else. The dealer needs to make money. A 2 to 3% spread is reasonable. Anything else, certification, grading, storage, labels, is extra. When they offer something free or included, ask, how much does this usually cost? Often, it's built into your price. Step 8. Walk away from dealers who pressure you. Limited time offer. Only 5 left. Price is going up tomorrow. Real dealers don't use FOMO. They let the gold speak for itself. If you feel rushed, you're about to fall for a gimmick. Here's what these steps would have saved me. I spent $47,000 on gold and lost $3,200 to gimmicks. If I'd followed these 8 steps, no collectible premiums, plus $85 no limited edition premiums, plus $95 no spread damage, plus $1,000 no certification, plus $125 no grading, plus $50 no storage fees, plus $3,600 no premium bundling, plus $150 no investment grade label, plus $150 total saved, $5,255. But the gold itself still went up 12%, gaining $5,640. So instead of being up $2,800, I'd be up $7,895. Nearly 3 times better. And here's the thing, this math is conservative. If I'd stored it myself instead of with a dealer, the savings would be even higher over time. If I'd avoided some coins entirely and stuck to pure bars, the savings would be higher still. $3,200 is what I lost by not knowing the playbook. Yikes. What you do with this information is up to you. The gold market is volatile right now. Prices are moving. If you're thinking about buying, you're probably thinking about it soon. Before you do, screenshot these 8 steps. Share them with anyone you know who buys gold. Most people won't know about these gimmicks until they've lost $3,000 plus to them. You can prevent that. One more thing, if you've already fallen for some of these gimmicks, don't feel bad. I did. Thousands of people do. The fact that you know about them now means you won't again.